Hey guys, so I'm going to be showing you an application today that you can find in the Apple Store or on Google Play. It's Duolingo. It's an application that teaches multiple languages. I actually downloaded this app onto my phone about a week ago, and I'm actually learning Spanish right now, which is actually pretty fun to do. But as you can see here at the bottom, there's multiple languages that you can learn. So if I just click on it and scroll through, you can see, yeah, you can get Romanian, Greek, Russian. I mean, you can learn German. There's a ton that you can learn, and I would say, from my experience so far with this app, it's incredibly valuable that you could use it in a way to supplement language lessons. For instance, like here in Canada, I mean, we've all at least had at least one or two French courses that we've had to do in elementary school or in high school, right? So, um, this would be incredibly valuable to supplement students' learning of that language. And so I'm not learning French right now on this app, but I'm learning Spanish. So I'll show you that, and it gives you kind of like the same idea. So you can sign in with Google or with Facebook, but I've already made my own account, so let's go check it out. Alright. So here's the home page. I just want to start by saying I really like the home page available to students and teacher alike on the computer as opposed to the phone. On the phone, it's more condensed and it's really easy to follow. It's not very complex, but there's a few things that are left out on the phone that are not available here on a laptop, so or maybe on an iPad. So, but I'll get to that in a little bit. So right now, as I said, I'm learning Spanish right now, and again, you would use this here in Ontario or in Canada to learn French. So, but you know what? Let's click on the first one. So, basics one. You got your strength of how you've learned this particular unit. I'm 4 out of 5, so good for me. You know what? Let's just go into the third lesson here. Okay, so it's pretty simple starting out here with basics. You're just matching pictures and the word to the translation. So the bread, el pan in Spanish. So check, and I'm correct. And so you see your progress bar here up top gets more and more filled as you go along. And if you get one wrong, no problem. So let's say I completely butcher this. Yeah, I'm wrong. Like my progress shrinks down a little bit, but I'm gonna get that question back or one like it back a little bit later. So and I just can keep continue to do this. So la leche, yeah, continue. There we go. So and here's something that's really cool. So it comes up the Spanish verb comer, to eat. It shows you here little tips pop up of different conjugations for that. So for me, already having being a level 3 at Spanish right now, I can understand that what this sentence means is I eat apples. So I just type it in and check. And something that's really cool. So it's not all just picture matching as well. If we're going to get into more complex lessons, which I've already done, what it will do, it will show you a sentence like this, but it will have a microphone. So you speak into the microphone in your computer or into your phone. And what it actually does, it will go word by word, listen to you, and see if you pronounce the word correctly, and will pass you based on how well you pronounced it, which I thought was really, really cool. So, yeah, and so um, it continues. So, I've already done this lesson, so let's quit that. So, yeah, so that's just a basic one right there. You know, let's go into phrases. I want to show you a little bit more. So, we can go to lesson 3. Why not? All right. So, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been about 5 days if you're gonna look on my activity up here since I've worked on this, and this is actually a word that I need to work on. So me translating this, it's yes. Ah, shoot. What is it? Well, you know what? I can scroll over and see what word, what the translation can be, or how to conjugate it. So I can click on that. Oh, that is weird. That is not working right now. So you know what? Here, we'll just work with this right now. So yes, excuse me, and heyo, I'm correct. So it does help you along the way when you're not sure of a word of what it means. So there's that one right there. And so as you can see, I've made a little bit of progress so far. And what I really like about this, as well as if, let's say, you're using this in the classroom, right? And you have this application for your students on the phone, and you wish for them to kind of do these short little exercises, because you can do as many lessons as you want, as many units as you want. So what they can do, they could go into food and they could do lesson 1 for homework, or as a part of their homework. And if they don't do it, it reminds them daily, or you can set their reminders to go hourly or daily or weekly. So that is actually a really cool part of this app that you can have on the phone for your students as well. And also, the more days you get, the more of a streak you got. So right now, I broke my streak. I was on a 2 or 3 day streak with this app before I broke it. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but I'm sure I'll get back up there. So you can also go click on words, and I've learned 63 words in Spanish so far, and by the repetition of how the lessons are structured, it shows of which ones I'm stronger in and which ones I'm weaker in. So I don't know really how I'm weak on a word like boy in Spanish, but I can strengthen that up. I can review flashcards down here, and it will give me more practice with that word, or with words that I have this same kind of rating with. So I can go into activity as well, and I can see the profile as well. And I could track, as a teacher, I could track my students' progress of their activity, of what they've learned, of how they've leveled up, learned a new Spanish skill, etc. So that's actually really cool as well. And leave helpful comments, and leave a helpful comment as well. And so with this app too, you can find friends on Facebook, invite them in to learn with you, and that kind of also leads into discussion as well. You can learn different. You can go into different discussion communities. So if I scroll down, if I want to find one that does Spanish, so kind of like a chat room of people that are sharing resources or sharing ideas and advice of how to use Spanish correctly, I would click on this, and this would be great for learning French as well. So there is that. So let's go back to home for a second. So if I'm going through, as you can see, the lessons get more complex. And as the lessons get more complex and you're learning more, it won't limit you just to 3 lessons. So let's click here on food. See, I have lesson 4 here as well. Before we only had about 3 lessons, but now we're working with 4 lessons. And so I'm assuming as I go on with this as well that there are going to be more lessons to help strengthen my knowledge in the desired language that I've chosen for my class. Something now that I want to show you guys that I was not able to find on the mobile version of this application is the tips and notes. The tips and notes I find are an incredibly useful teaching point that are not available on the phone. I tried, I can't find it, and it tells you like the different ways that to conjugate verbs, of why you have to use feminine or masculine words and stuff like that. So it's not even limited to this lesson here. Like, even if I can go up to phrases, yeah, it gives tips and notes on how to conjugate the word hablar. So you want to have this as a teacher, especially if you're teaching a different language. Something just to close up on, linguts. So these are incredibly useful. If I'm on a streak, or let's say like a student is not able to do the homework, let's say they're sick one day, not able to use a phone or computer or whatever, they could use this. You get linguts for learning new Spanish skills and for completing lessons, and so this will allow you to freeze a streak for a day, and also as well time practice, more quizzes, stuff like that as well. And also there's ways if you want to move up a little bit quicker within your skills, you can test out your skills and have to complete a progress bar with only allowing you to make 3 mistakes, or else you have to start over. Right. So that's a cool app that you can use to help supplement your language studies courses as well. You can also use this for an English course as well to help teach students a little bit more about the language that we're already speaking before even moving on to another language. So yeah, guys, that's what I just wanted to show you today. So consider using Duolingo in your classroom. All right, have a good day.